What is going on YouTube? FitnessKensho here, and today I wanted to go over a quick topic as far as dieting. Now, I just finished up my cut. It took me about 12 weeks to diet down from 235. I pretty much put my starting point right here. I posted this on my Instagram account, but 235 right here. And I recently just got to about 207, 208, and this is the final product right here. Now, I have slowly been putting the carbs back in my diet because as most of you guys know, especially the people that view my channel that have dieted before, you have to actually decrease your carbs a little bit lower in order to lose more body fat. So I think one thing that I wanted to go over specifically for my beginners, people that have been dieting for a majority of their life and they're pretty much not seeing the weight loss that they want to achieve, this video is pretty much for you, because I kind of like for the last 2 to 3 weeks I was carb cycling, and a lot of people were asking me, what the heck is carb cycling? Like, what is that? Like, is that like a special trick or something like that? So I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what carb cycling is, a simple way. So for my beginners, this is not pretty much for any competitors. This is for beginners who have pretty much just been maybe counting their macros, because I counted my macros when I first started dieting, but I said, okay, I'm stalling now. I need to pretty much do try to adjust my calories so that I'm not eating too little. I didn't want to drop my calories too low. So carb cycling in a nutshell: you have days that you eat carbs, you have days that you don't eat carbs. On the days you eat carbs, you want to stick to good sources of carbs, complex carbs, lean protein sources. On the days you don't eat carbs, you want to stick to lean protein sources, healthy fats. And obviously you could go crazy on the vegetables. The reason why you could go crazy on the vegetables is because most of the carbs in the vegetables are fiber. So it's not like you're gonna get fat off of fiber. So you've never heard of anyone getting fat anyway off of eating too much broccoli or a lot of cauliflower or kale. So go crazy on the vegetables. Make sure that you're full throughout the day so that you are not, you don't go a long period of time without, starving. You don't want to starve yourself while you're dieting. If you're starving yourself while you're dieting, you're doing something wrong, okay? So pretty much the basic format that most people do when they do carb cycling is they do a low day followed by a high day, low day, high day, low day, high day, and then Sundays is typically like, I like to keep it like a low, and then I like to have a reward meal, so you can like plan your cheat meals and it'll be that much better. If you want to take it a little more advanced, this is actually the split that I followed. I did 2 low days followed by a high day, 2 more low days followed by a high day, and then I had a low and then a reward day on Sunday. Then, if you want to take it to a more extreme, this is kind of like what I did on my final week of cutting. I did was 5 low carb days. Again, this is for more people that are more experienced, especially people that have more muscle mass, because the more muscle mass you have, the more glycogen your muscle stores. Therefore, you can go longer time without eating any carbs. Someone who has very little muscle mass, you're gonna feel depleted. You're gonna feel weak. Your workouts are gonna suck. You're not gonna be able to get a pump because you don't have your muscles not filled with that glycogen. So it's gonna definitely impact the way you train, the way your brain thinks. So I will only suggest this to people that have been lifting for a while. If you're a beginner and you're trying to just lift and you have a little bit of muscle mass, then maybe you could go 4 or 5 days. But if you're just a beginner, just started, and you're trying to get lose weight, stick to the small, either 2 low carb days followed by a high, or 1 low carb, 1 high. All right. Now the way that the thing works is that obviously we know that carbs is an energy source, and we know fats is an energy source. Now fat is a little more concentrated, carbs is a little more direct. It shoots right into your bloodstream. There's some carbs that spike up your insulin levels, and that's proven to actually help you pretty much gain more fat, and that's what you want to stay away from. You want to stay away from those carbs that are going to spike your insulin levels. So complex carbs, we're talking about stuff that has a good nutritional value: sweet potatoes, oatmeal, baked potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, stuff that has those micronutrients that other carbs won't have. So stay away from cakes, stay away from donuts, stay away from sugary stuff. When it comes to your healthy fats, you want to do avocado, peanuts, almonds, olive oil, coconut oil. All those have healthy fats. Actually, I take it back. I don't know about coconut oil. That may have a saturated fat, so don't quote me on that one. But definitely olive oil. But those are the things that you want to stick to actually, help you get through those days. And like I said, vegetables, go crazy on them, especially on your low carb days, because they're gonna help you keep fuller longer. They're gonna give you that fiber intake that you're not gonna get from the carbs that you're gonna be eating on your high carb days, and it's gonna help regulate your digestive system. When you go to the bathroom a lot, or you go regular, you're naturally gonna be a little bit lighter. So you wanna have a good fiber intake, drink lots of water so you can piss everything your body doesn't need, and that is gonna be a great way to actually speed up your weight loss journey if you've been struggling with losing weight. Macros is good to a point. I did follow macros when I first started cutting, but then my body got adjusted, and once I got to 2200 calories, that's the lowest that I dropped it, I say, you know what, I am not going to go lower than 2200. So that's when I decided to do carb cycling for the last 2 to 3 weeks, just because I could maneuver the carbs and the fats with 2200 calories without having to drop or eat less. I just had to pick a time when I was gonna eat carbs, when I was gonna eat fat, and it worked for me. I got to my goal as far as how I wanted to look. I wanted 200 pounds, but I got to 207, 208, and I was satisfied with my physique. Now it's time to build up my metabolism to do a reverse diet, get the carbs back in my diet, get my metabolism back to about 3000 calories, which I think that was my maintenance before I started cutting. And then we start this bulk come August. So I'll probably drop a couple more videos as far as how I prep into my bulk, how the bulk is going, what foods I'm eating in order to get more calories in there if I'm struggling with any calories, and I'll take you guys on the ride with me as far as how that is going. All right, so I hope this video helped you guys as far as those people that had questions on what carb cycling really was, how to get it started, what structure. If I did miss anything as far as any of my subscribers that have done carb cycling, please don't hesitate to correct me if I said anything that was misleading or something that was incorrect. Drop them in the comments below. I love interacting with all my subscribers. If this video did not make sense at all, or maybe you need a little more clarification on certain things, drop them in the comments below. If it helped you, like the damn video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.